Good morning, everybody. Today we're just going to sit on the ground, and I want you just to ground your body. And we're just going to do some spine movement today. A little bit of abdominal work. And so, I don't know about you guys, but when it gets cold, my body tends to get achy and sore and kind of I guess as we age we find things are harder to do. So leave in your comments. I want to know if there's other people out there that are having the same, as you get older things get sore, you get tight in your body, everything feels achy. Different seasons do the same thing. So winter for me is one of the seasons where my whole body gets cold and achy. And well, I'm going to be 55 this year in a couple of days. And I find my stretching helps. So let me know what helps for you. I don't like to take pain medication, so I avoid that. But I find stretching really helps. I find just doing my mobility really helps me. The other thing that really helps me when I feel kind of achy and sore is taking a hot bath. Being in a warm sauna can be nice. And that's kind of one of my projects. I want to put a sunroom on the house eventually and put in a sauna, the infrared sauna, so I can sit out there when it's cooler. It's a dream, but it's one of the things that helps. When I was in Wisconsin, I had a nice infrared sauna, and so I would go in there in the winter, and that would look really nice. Now I have to turn on my fireplace, and it's really cold today. I have the fireplace running, and then you can hear the furnace just kicked in. So, but just moving, keeping those tendons stretched out. But let me know in your comments what you guys do to keep yourselves, to flexible. What makes you feel better? The other thing I notice as I'm getting older, it's getting a little harder to do some things. So for me, my hands are not as strong. So I have a lot of trouble opening like jars, anything where I have to like use my hands. A couple of years ago, I sprained my thumb, just like overextending it, opening a jar. And so I'm very cautious about that, but I still have trouble opening the jars. I'm still strong in my muscles, and that's why I keep using my muscles, but I know some people have trouble. They can still do a deep squat, but they can't come up from doing that squat because their legs aren't strong enough. And that's one of the reasons why we want to strengthen and keep using those muscles so they stay strong. Alright, so here we're going back and forth. We are working the abdominals. The other thing I noticed since I had my brain aneurysm and they were giving me needles across my stomach, somebody told me that it was blood thinners, but since they've done that, I have this little roll I can't seem to get rid of. But I've been doing more yoga, more abdominal focused yoga, and just sitting and doing these where you squeeze the stomach. And I do find that it does seem to be working. I've also picked up doing the elliptical bike for 20 minutes every day. and that's really keeping my legs strong. And you get the cardio. The cardio helps keep your lungs and your heart moving, keeps the oxygen in your body. And that was one of the other things. When I wasn't doing the cardio, I noticed that I would start getting like heart palpitations. I just felt tired all the time. And since I've been doing the elliptical bike, that's really helped. The other thing, when I go for my walks, and I try to go, every morning, every afternoon, depending on the season, I just try to get out and go for my walk. I go around the neighborhood. When I go for my walk, I put on 2-pound weights on my legs, my ankle weights. So that keeps my legs strong. So those are the things that I do. You guys let me know what you do to keep yourself strong. Okay, we're shifting to the front here, still keeping the core engaged, squeezing those muscles. You can keep your feet flexed. One thing I've noticed as I've gotten older is my left leg. And I kind of tore the tendons in the bottom of my foot. One day I was just doing some dance moves, and it's never really been the same since then, so it's always kind of tight and sore. So a lot of times you'll see me doing my work on the floor. If I do anything standing, I'm doing it with my shoes on, because that's supporting the bottom of my foot, so that doesn't agitate the bottom of my foot. So making sure I have comfortable shoes, making sure my shoes are wide enough, make sure I have enough arch support. Those are some of the things that I have to do. Otherwise my foot gets all kind of sore and inflamed. But I can still do different things. Like you just have to adapt to what your body can do. So just sitting on the floor, you can even sit on a chair and do this. Now if you're sitting on a chair, you could just be raising and lowering your feet. Just like this, except you're sitting on a chair, so the angle is a bit different. Or you can also stand with your hands against the wall and lift your knee up. So you're still working the abdominals. It's just different ways to do things. Okay. And then there's some days where I don't feel like doing my workouts, because I do mine every day. Even when I don't feel like doing it, you can just modify your routine to something that is very quick, but just so that you're doing something. And these ones, you very quickly feel your quads warming up. Now, I always suggest you stretch your quads. The reason is because we spend so much time hunched over that all of this shrinks, so everything gets compressed. Everything in your back has to overextend to compensate for everything that's getting shrunk down. So leaning back, stretching your chest. Drop your head back. Back to the center. We're going to stretch the quads. You just sit and bend your leg back, and then just drop down to stretch the quad. And then just breathe. Now I find a lot of people are going to the AI. Everything is AI. Everything's automated. How do I feel about that? How do you guys feel about it? It's okay for some people, but I want to remain active, and I want to remain real, and I don't want to put out anything that's a fake product, so, or something that's not me. So I don't use the AI generated stuff because I want to show you guys and continue inspiring you and keeping you motivated to work out for yourself. So you can see, just going back and forth here like this, you keep squeezing the abdominals, you can feel that quad muscle working and stretching. Okay. I want to stress to drink lots of water during your day because your body is mostly made up of water. And if you're not drinking enough water, that can cause headaches and body aches as well. I try to drink 3 tall glasses of water. And I put lemon in mine because I don't like the taste of some water. There's some places that have water that is just horrible tasting. Now when you go to a restaurant, sometimes they do that on purpose because they want you to order something else on the menu rather than just water. So I usually just take my little thermos that I go, when I walk I take a thermos of water too. And I'll just take that and I'll order a glass of water, but I'll drink mine and I won't drink theirs because some of them is really terrible. Okay, so here we're getting quads and abs, and you're also stretching your hamstring, getting a little bit of hip flexor work. Keep squeezing that core. Right, and there's no set number that you need to do. If you can't do that movement, just lean back and hold it and just stretch out the quad. And if you can come down lower, maybe you can drop down to your elbows, or just leaning back a little bit farther. Because not everybody can go down all the way. So I'm just going to bend my elbows to show you. Okay, maybe you can come down a little further. Some people can lay all the way back down on their back. As long as it's not pulling on your lower back, you can try that one. And then when you come forward, always do a counter stretch to stretch out your lower back. Keep pressing your shoulders back. Keep that foot flexed. Alright, and then we're going to switch sides. So bring that leg out. And just windshield wiper, you might feel that it's kind of hard on the knee. Put your hands on the knee just to put some warmth in there and connect to the body. Flex the foot, point, and we're going to do the other side. Alright, and I apologize, I have my washing machine going. The washing machine's going, the fireplace is running, and occasionally the heat is kicking in. But, you know, just to inspire you guys, like that's the time when you can do your stretch while you're waiting for the laundry, while you're waiting for dinner to cook, while you're waiting for the kids to come home. Instead of watching TV, or even while you're watching the program, if you watch TV. I personally don't watch TV, so I don't usually listen to the radio either. I like just having it quiet and like listening to the sounds around me in the summertime and the birds chirping. It's just sounds of nature, just listen to the wind. But I'm usually working all the time, so I just kind of like, to have my time where I can just meditate and just focus on my body. Okay, we're gonna stretching back. So leave in your comments how you guys feel, what you do to stretch. If you're noticing any difference in your body as you age. Drop your head back. And back to the center, and then counter stretch that. Stretch out your hamstrings. Alright, back to the center. We're going to bring the feet together and just relax. Do some circles here in the center. Now you can put your hands on your knees, and if you're having trouble with these, imagine you're drawing a circle around your body with your chin. And today I'm wearing, it's actually a dress, but I can wear it as a sweater, and it's really nice and warm, and that's why I'm wearing it today. And it was a Amazon wishlist gift from a fan, so I want to shout out and say thank you to my secret shopper. You can shop my Amazon wishlist. You can also shop for yourself. I have links there on my profile for if you want to shop for yourself. Yeah, and I just want to thank everybody that's still here, still watching my videos, and hopefully you are stretching and benefiting from it. Because I do it for you guys. I do it for myself too, but I share it for you guys. I don't have to share it, but I do because I've helped a few people, and it's kind of, I feel like, my purpose here. And we're going to switch direction, and these are good for you're going to feel across the top of your hips, your psoas muscle. Just warming them up. All right. Keep squeezing the abdominals. And back to the center. And the other stretch I really like to do is that hamstring stretch, because I think it's important to stretch your hamstrings every day. So we're going to bring the left foot up, and we're going to stretch forward to stretch out the hip flexor. And you can bring your hands on the inside, walk the foot out a little further. Just really stretch. And shift it back, and the foot to the center, and just come down. Again, you can put yoga blocks under your hands. Splits. looking at the neighbor's tree. It's all red and brown. My tree in the front is kind of yellow. It's got a little bit of red, but mostly yellow, bright yellow. Alright, bend that knee into pigeon. Stretch it back. And back to the center, and we'll do the other side. So right leg forward, stretch it forward. You can feel it stretching in the calf as well as the hip flexor. Bring the leg out. Lower it down. Hamstring. And then slide the leg out. So even if you're not holding it for a really long time, just doing a quick flow is better than not doing anything at all. Right? Okay, we're gonna just flip this leg around. And we're gonna lean forward here. So this is gonna stretch out that IT band on the left leg. Stretch it forward. Yeah, then you come pick your leg up. In. And back to the center. Okay, forward fold. Back to the center. Pulling it in. And that's today's class, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Leave in your comments the difference that you guys feel in your body as you get older and what you guys do to make yourselves feel better and keep moving. And thanks for joining me. My laundry's done, so I'm going to go switch it over. And you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow.